This is an overview of my new cooler. It's an Igloo BMX 52 quart. It's a fairly new model. It just came out in March. And they tout it as being a heavy duty cooler. They don't tout it as being a competitor to Yeti. For years I've wondered why nobody came out with a cheap blow molded as opposed to roto molded like the Yetis and their competitor. A cheap blow molded cooler with rubber toggles like a Yeti has. And this is halfway to what I wanted, as it has no gasket. But it's close. It's got a stainless steel cable to hold the lid open. And the thing I like about this one is even some of the cheaper Yeti competitors don't have this feature where the toggles will fold back out of the way. On a lot of the cheaper copies, you'll get this. On this, you just fold them back and it doesn't do anything. The lid has a nice tight fit. The toggles have a nice feel to them. Like I said, they're on par with the Yeti. This is supposed to be a heavy-duty cooler, and this kind of gimmicky armor plate on the front and back serves no purpose that I can see. It's just for show. And I mentioned on a previous review of the smaller, I believe it's a 25 quart cooler that somebody did. They give you a tie down on each corner, but they're on the lid. So if you tie down in a boat or on a canoe or whatever and you want to get a drink out, you can't. So that leaves the handles as your only option for tying down. Now I've had this cooler for a couple of days. My only complaint so far, and this was also mentioned in another review from another person, is this is a steel tube that's hollow that this pivots on. It has a plastic plug on either side that's about 1 inch long that's a pressure fit. Well, the person who did the previous review lost one. And when I picked this up from Target, they were loose. So the first thing I did when I got home is I put a dab of goop on each tube, and it shouldn't ever be a problem again. The handles have a nice feel to them. They're rubber coated. Get a little back here. It has plastic hinges just like a cheap Igloo does. It's raised off the ground. They say that's to help keep things cool and if you lay it on a hot pavement or whatever. It doesn't have rubber feet on it, which isn't an issue for me. Another feature I like is, unlike some of the cheap Coleman and Igloo, like the Coleman Extreme, that have the snap-on, snap-off drain, this has a really nice rubberized plastic drain with the stainless steel tether and a garden hose fitting on it. I mean, to me that's on par with the more expensive roto molded units. But overall, I really like it. It was $80 at Target. Target's the only place that had the white models that I've seen. And if you've read the reviews for coolers online, the white models definitely have better ice retention than the darker colors. It's also available from Academy Sports in kind of a gray and chartreuse color, and pretty much everywhere else kind of a two-tone gray. Igloo calls it carbon light blue, but I really like the white. And for 80 bucks, I really don't think you can beat this cooler. I hope you've learned something from this review, and maybe I'll post another one as I put some mileage on this unit. Thanks for watching.